Go ahead and close your eyes. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Allow the muscles in your face to droop down. Unclench your jaw. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Go ahead and open up your eyes. Hello and welcome to Mindful Moves. My name is Dans and I'm so happy that you're here today again. I have been loving this season and really just so grateful that we've been on this journey of nervous system, regulating ourselves, implementing small but super effective habits. And something I want to speak about in this episode really ties into this idea of creating a safe and calm space for ourselves. And throughout the season, we've spoken about all the tools and tips we can do, but I want to speak about the why. Why do we want to cultivate and curate this safe space in our body and for our nervous system to feel relaxed, calm? Why is that so important? Well, I just want to remind you that the longest relationship that you will ever have in this lifetime is the one with yourself. And so many of us want to connect with ourselves on a subconscious level. Maybe you don't consciously want it, but so many of us want to be able to tap in, know how we feel, and move forward. And that can only happen if you are in a calm state of being. If your nervous system is regulated, you're feeling calm and you're able to tackle whatever it is going on. Why this is important is that it's the longest relationship you'll ever have. So yes, you'll be surrounded by people in your lifetime if you're lucky. You'll have voices, you'll have opinions, you'll have narratives, you'll have company. But at the end of the day, the only person who's going to be feeling and thinking what you are is yourself. Wherever you go, that's where you are. And that you can't run from. You can't run from yourself. You can run from people, places, countries. You can move and pick up your life and go wherever you like. But ultimately, you can't run from yourself. And so I've come to the conclusion that you have two choices in this lifetime. You have the choice of not fully meeting yourself. A place where you don't spend time with yourself, you don't want to be alone. So you fill up your day with busyness, you are distracted, you don't make time to be with yourself. Now, I can speak from experience that I've been there before. And it's not an easy place to be because a lot of the time you're not really aware of it. You're not really thinking actively like, oh no, I'm running from myself. You are just busy and you're keeping yourself busy. But it's difficult because a lot of the times you have like these whisperings or these feelings of a better life or something different for yourself, something different to what you currently have. But to really know what you want and what you need to be able to have a conversation with yourself or be able to tap into how you truly feel. If you can't do that, it's really hard to move forward without knowing how you currently are doing. And that is one option. You can run, and it's very easy. I must say, the easier route is to just stay busy. But those moments of a little bit of curiosity of what it would be like to be connected to myself or to investigate what's going on, they speak louder as you go. And the second option we have in this life is to stop and pause and meet yourself exactly where you are with no judgment, no concern to what's going on. Not coming in hot and saying, okay, you need to change this, your whole life is a mess. Just stopping, pausing, being with yourself. Growing up, not every one of us has had that. Not all of us have had parents who had a strong connection to their own inner selves. a lot of the time they're just doing their best and they are running on what they've been taught. And so it can feel so foreign to say, okay, wait, what does it mean to cultivate a relationship with myself? How can I do that best? And I want to speak to why it's important, because knowing yourself and being able to sit with yourself in a room or whatever it may be with no distraction, nobody keeping you company, nobody keeping your thoughts off yourself, is a gift. It's one of the most magical feelings, and it's not easy. It's not an easy thing to do in the beginning, but it's like any relationship. It's how you approach it. If you're going to approach this building of self in a way that you are negative and already from the get-go you think, oh, this is a waste of my time and I don't really want to get to know myself and I don't know, this is useless. Imagine going into a romantic relationship like that. It's doomed from the beginning. But if you go and you use the same concept as you would for a romantic relationship with yourself and you say, this feels scary. I feel vulnerable. I'm going to have to open up my heart. And that can feel scary because you're scared of being hurt. But the best thing about doing that with yourself is that you're in control of both sides. There's much less risk involved, but approaching your relationship with yourself in that loving way, in that curious way, in that way of reflection and diving into however you feel. And a lot of us haven't done that. A lot of us have suppressed a lot of emotions. A lot of us don't make time for ourselves. And it all comes down ultimately to our belief system and what we believe about ourselves. And a lot of us don't see that that's worthy of our time, that everybody else is, but not us. And I'm here to say I'm living proof. I used to hate spending time alone. I really did. I can say that honestly now. I never wanted to be alone. I used substances. I used distraction. I used being around the wrong people, being the person that I didn't really enjoy being. I used all of this on a subconscious level, perhaps, but there were moments of clarity in between, but it's hard to change. So you stay in this rhythm of dishonoring yourself whenever it feels right. And you're not trying to hurt yourself, but you're not trying to help yourself. And I think that's a place of, it's a hard place to be. And if you're there right now, just know that there is the other side. There is the other side, and it will take some time to get there. But time is moving anyways. We are in forward motion, and yes, you can say that you don't have time, but then you will never have time. It's going forward. What you decide to do right now is everything. Being able to take time for yourself is the best thing you can do for yourself. I used to, like I say, I really didn't like being alone. It was only once I developed a relationship with myself, which I can tell you was difficult in the beginning. But I prioritized it, and I knew that if I connected with myself and if I found my authentic self under all of the layers of society and what we've been told, all the things that have been passed down to us generationally, when you pull away all those layers of what we expect it to be, and you find and you meet yourself, that's where the true magic happens, because that's where you get to explore your purpose, what it is you want to do on this earth, and simply just be with yourself. And everybody thinks that when I say, your purpose, you don't have to go and be a president or open a business. If your purpose on this earth is to be a mother and you want to have kids, then that's perfect. If it is to sweep streets or if it's to open a store, whatever it may be, you will know, but you won't know until you've spent time with yourself. So this is why we are doing what we're doing in this season. This self-regulation, and we're doing a lot of inner work here. It's fighting a lot of our brain saying, no, we don't want to change. Let's just stay the same. And through that, cultivating a safe, we're trying to make the body feel safe. That's why we're regulating the nervous system. The body needs to feel safe so that we can say, okay, I'm going to tap into how I feel right now. Your body and your mind do not want to express how you really feel. Or if something happened to you in the past, it doesn't want that to come up if the environment doesn't feel safe. It makes perfect sense. So start building a beautiful, beautiful garden within your body, within your time, filling up these small moments with things that bring you joy, that make you feel safe, that make you feel good. And start seeing different situations. Instead of a negative and a positive, start looking at things in a neutral way and saying, okay, spending time with this person, yeah, it was fine. Coming back from another person, wow, I feel amazing. Take note of that. Start taking note of how you feel in situations. So often we like to think about it. Oh, okay, I should spend time with this person because they've known my family for a long time, even though they complain all the time, but I should do it because it's the right thing to do. Start questioning that. This is your only life that you know of currently and that you're present in. Decide what it is that is important to you. Cultivate a safe environment for your body to feel. And then the most beautiful thing can happen. You can start connecting to yourself. Being able to have a relationship with yourself, remember it's the longest one that you'll ever have, is one of the biggest gifts you can give yourself. All of these, I think in every episode I could say that this is a gift to yourself, but it truly is. Taking the time to nurture what you need and coming back to a state of homeostasis is a huge thing. It's a huge, huge life-changing thing. And I really urge all of you to meet yourself, because one thing I know for sure, and I won't have met most of you, but one thing I know from the bottom of my heart is that every single one of the souls on this earth is so special, so unique, and they deserve to be known. And it's difficult for other people to understand us. But if you meet yourself and you know yourself, you've given yourself the time and the effort, even if nobody else has. This is the key. Not everybody in our life would have been there for us. But you can be there for yourself. You get to have that choice. You don't have to abandon yourself if you've been abandoned. You can show up for yourself. And although it will go against some grain and will feel discomfort, you're going to feel discomfort anyways every time you dishonor yourself or ignore yourself and what you truly want and need. So with that, please remember that this whole process is reconnecting to yourself, creating a safe environment for your body, allowing yourself to feel, and ultimately, how amazing is it to be able to connect with yourself and be able to dive into the questions that you want to dive into about what it is you want to do here, or how it is you really feel. This is part of the human experience, and I firmly believe that's why we're here, to just experience the human experience. We can't do that if we're not connected to ourselves. Don't forget that the light that you're constantly seeking outside of yourself is waiting to be acknowledged within. Have a beautiful day. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you guys next week.